Hello everyone. Thank you for stopping by. This video is a continue of my last video. I'm going to show how Watchtower using information like this to get Jehovah's Witnesses to think how wonderful and kind Watchtower is when they do major research, putting all these special talks together and letting all Jehovah's Witnesses to listen to it. Jehovah's Witnesses, I have a question, or whoever is watching this video. You have the same research tool that Watchtower has. You can find the same sources as Watchtower. Would it be much funner to do the research yourself and besides relying on somebody else to show you about a certain animal, spaceships, the space station, learning about the stars, the ocean, and history of Giza and many things all over this world. You have it at your fingertips. It's called the internet. And using the internet, it is a wonderful tool to learn anything. And you don't have to spend days or weeks to get this information like you used to when you had to go to the library. You had to go through books to find what's interest in you or what you're looking up. So I want to get into this talk and why these talks is important for people who's seeking the real truth about Jehovah's Witnesses. Because when you leave Watchtower, brainwashing, control, even you can examine these talks and break them down and turn them into videos or how you want to use the information. Because when you awaken from a dark sleep, your mind is clear and you're open to many thousands or millions or trillions possibilities. That's the purpose we have a mind that God created in us to learn, to think for ourselves. Not to let any religion to tell us what the Bible teaches. We have a learning ability to learn. And I have learned that when you put faith in Watchtower of Jehovah Witnesses, you are giving your life to Satan the devil. And let me clarify that again. When you believe the Watchtower is the only channel to learn about Christ and God, you are being misled and misguided about this organization. This is why it's my sole purpose, and thousands others dedicated their lives, the ones who've fallen out of this religion, who leaped out of this religion because they learned how false this religion is. Watchtower, if you was an honest religion, really honest, you wouldn't lost no members from the Bible students who left this organization after the death of Charles T. Russell all the way up to 1931. You lost almost 75% of your people, and they all stayed faithful to Charles T. Russell's teaching. Your membership, what you have now, I'm going to give a number to what you keep giving everybody. Let's say it's 8 million, but we know the internet is destroying your membership. We know that. If the Bible students stayed in, and the Jehovah Witnesses that left different time period all the way up to 1975 and to our time, witnesses probably would have been, I'm going to play around a magic figure. There could have been over 20 million Jehovah Witnesses worldwide. And every year, this religion will be growing so big that no other religion could touch it. Why? Because one, it would be blessed by Christ. It would be blessed by God. And there would be nobody in there who would be pedophiles. They wouldn't be breaking God's laws. They would be helping people all over the world who's starving, has no home. They would have shelters to build to help some of these people till they're able to get back on their feet. This is what got the Jews in trouble because of the selfishness and just the love for themselves, but not the love of the neighbor, the homeless man, the homeless children, or the fatherless boy or daughter. People, when you take life out of a human being, you have nothing except pain, suffering, And this you do find in Jehovah's Witnesses. They are not happy people. When you have elders pushing you to go out field service, pushing you away from good jobs that all of us today is getting up in age, have no pension, no money put aside, because if we want to retire and become a pioneer, we have no money aside to do all these things. Why? Because Watchtower stole all of that from all of us. He took higher education from me and other people, believing types of generations of Armageddons, maybe 3 or 4, that it was going to come soon. And the rumors you hear, it wasn't from Jehovah's Witnesses. It was from high above, leaking this information down till Jehovah's Witnesses was hearing this information, giving us more hopes. So I'm going to play a little clip, and we'll take it from there. Now they're talking about in the future of some of these walls that has writing that they never break down. Do you understand? Because it's lost tribe, lost language. Jehovah's Witnesses is putting himself into the future after the 1,000 years, when a bunch of people is going to be resurrected. Now that is a great jump for this religion to assume they have the truth, to assume that they already made it to the other side, into paradise, when he was talking to this man about this writing that no one could figure out in our time, and live in the future, but that had been someone was resurrected. Okay, let's continue.
You know, I mean, we don't know what went on, but in the resurrection, answers to every one of these questions will be right in front of you. There won't be one question about history, civilization, language that we will not be able to answer. We will be able to write or construct a history of the entire human family and find out how we are related, because every one of us is related. And when you turn the television set on and you see people over in Zimbabwe and people in Russia, and you see people who are from the Orient, they are our relatives. Now, where did our family lines split?
The point I want to bring across is, in the future, we will have knowledge about the real past, our family trees, history. Why was this built and never finished? Why was all these pyramids built? There was no purpose. All knowledge we will learn from the ones that be granted to be resurrected. We will learn the secrets, how they build these pyramids, the secret of all the past things that we found, we dug up. But the point of this video, what about the greatest secrets of them all? If we're looking into the future, what this guy's talking about, can you imagine someone's coming back from resurrection, died as a faithful Jehovah Witness, and he's going around looking for his family, going around looking for the kingdom halls. He even took a trip to New York City and found out the headquarters was sold many thousand years, and they built a new headquarters over there in Wallkill. He goes there, no brothers and sisters. The place is falling apart. You could tell there haven't been nobody living there over almost 1,000 years. That would be scary. So he'll go around asking, where are the Jehovah Witnesses? He said, you don't know? They was destroyed by the internet. The internet proved how destructive this religion was. He goes into the details about the pedophiles, the details of the false prophecies. And that guy dropped down on his knees and crying. You mean I wasted years in this false religion? And I didn't even have what those people at the time, the internet? And this guy explained to him about their history, how it was corrupt 2 different ways, from the Bible Students movement to Jehovah Witnesses. And here comes somebody beside him. He said, well, I remember that Jerusalem fell in 607. And here comes somebody said, I was there. It fell 587. I was there when King Nebuchadnezzar had the Babylonians and them come destroy my homeland. I don't know where you get the 607 from. I was there. See, you can use history, Jehovah's Witnesses, from these crazy talks of yours. But when you get real people that's been resurrected and tell you the real truth, certain events, and you're going to wonder, why didn't you listen when we told you this and showed you this? I've done so much research in different areas. Babylonian, the Jews, timeline, and scholars, everything. and found out when Jerusalem was really destroyed. I could not find no evidence to back up 607. Like my last video, I did find out something about 607. That King Nebuchadnezzar's father was still alive. And he died in 605 or 604. So this brother is going to wait into the future to be able to ask people questions and things that no one knows the answer. How did they build Giza and those pyramids? Not even our technology we have today can move and build such a pyramid. But not one Jehovah Witness would even search to see if his religion is based on truth or lies. Because if you think in your mind, because this brother is giving a talk, that you follow his words in Watchtower, you could be beside him hearing the true history, what Watchtower would preach about the destruction of the first temple. And when people who, the Jews, the Babylonians, all come up toward y'all and said, no, you're inaccurate. We destroyed the first temple in 587. We even wrote it down. I guess y'all forgot to read it. Jehovah's Witnesses, when you don't examine your past, you will not make it into the future to find out if your past was accurate or not, because you won't be there. Now's the time, right now, to see the truth. That in the future, witnesses will not survive because of their false teaching. You are doing the work of your father, Satan the devil, to mislead people, to have them come into this religion. But when people is taking interest, seeing things is wrong in the kingdom hall, and having a gut feeling they need to do more research, many of them is waking up. Many of them are leaving this false organization that Satan has his fingers so tight. He loves Watchtower printing all these lies to bring any person into this new false religion. Because it's worldwide. Languages is written for publications to be in that language, so people can read the false information, false hopes, and false lies. So Jehovah's Witnesses, if you don't want to be like those ancient civilizations, if I said the word right, then you better do research on your Watchtower right now. Otherwise, it's going to be us. It's going to be sitting at a campfire and talking about the good old days when we watch Watchtower crumble day by day, every year, till there was nothing left of it. She has fallen. Watchtower has fallen. So I'm telling you right now, before it's completely destroyed, the book of Revelation says, get out of her, my people. That means people who has doubts, people who knows that something's wrong with this religion. That scripture is for you. The ones that don't hear those words are the ones going to die in this false religion. And they will fall with it. Choice is yours. Thank you. And remember, Watchtower is your enemy. And it wants you to die with it. Bye-bye.